Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. So just bear with me, I'm just getting set up and give people a chance to hop on if they want to. So if you're here, say hello. I'm just not. Okay, so I'm just kind of making sure we're a bit. I know that there's a bit. Oh, hi Louise, glad to see you. I hope you're okay. Hope those antibiotics are doing their stuff for you. Yeah, so here we go. Today I am going to be talking about the Strong of Heart stamp set and using it because I've had it here for a long time and I haven't used it, and I'm going to do something with it today. So hi Heather, and you come and get comfy. Today I'm playing with the Strong of Heart stamp set. I have made nothing with it yet. I've got a few ideas swirling. I've soaked up what other people have been doing, what I saw on Pinterest and YouTube. I've soaked it all up. I'm not going to case anyone. It's just inspiring me to get going. Okay, Heather, I understand if you've got to go to work. That's fair dues. But I just want everyone to know about this stamp set. Now, Stampin' Up have brought this out. This in the UK, this is £19, and for every stamp set sold, Stampin' Up are donating £2.50 to a local heart charity. When I say local, it will be a UK heart charity for every stamp set that's sold in the UK. So that is fantastic. They nearly always have a Make a Difference stamp set. Now again, like some of my other fellow demonstrators have pointed out to our customers, when you open this catalogue, the new mini catalogue, it's easy to miss this beautiful stamp set. You go like this, and then it's got the introduction from Shelley, who is the co-founder of Stampin' Up company. She's a beautiful lady. Have a wee read at that. And then you may just scan over this because you might think that this visual is all part of that. It is kind of, but this stamp set is really important. And what I'm going to say to my customers and anyone that wishes to buy from me, that's able to buy from me, I get it that people across the world can't, I am going to donate a extra £2 per stamp set that I sell. So I'm on a push. All my ladies that do buy from me now and again, please buy this. You can contact me to order it on your behalf, or you can do it online on JazzleDazzle.stampinup.net, and Stampin' Up will donate £2.50 to a heart charity in the UK, and I will donate a further £2 for everyone's sold. So how about that? Let's see what we can do with this. Hi Helen. So let's see how many of these we can buy, sell, whatever, and let's make a difference with Stampin' Up, which is a fantastic idea. So I'm just going to make some cards, but I've done something a bit odd because I always have to do something different. So I have chosen to work with this stamp set to get my colour inspiration. The cute Halloween designer series paper. Now what on earth has that got to do with hearts and heart health? Well, probably nothing, but I'm not hugely a Halloween person. And I know some of my customers aren't, but they did participate in my paper share, and they will have some Halloween papers. So some of them are cutesy, but the great thing with Stampin' Up and their designer series papers are that they don't always, the papers don't always need to be tied to a particular theme, even though it's the theme that they chose. So look at this beautiful stripes. I'm going to pull that out, and on the back it's got an abstract black and white, so that's not tied to a season. This one, look, black and white dots, orange and black stripes. That could be, I mean, it kind of says Halloween, but it's, do you know, it could be anything. Could even be football. I think, is there not a football team in Dundee that have use colours like that? Okay, haunted houses, I guess, and ghosts, sort of cartoon ghosts. Well, okay, fair dues. However, you could kind of use that as a welcome to your new home card if you want to be have a wee joke with someone. That side's Halloween, and yeah, I would say that's Halloween too. So we'll stick these ones out the way. These are very cutesy if you haven't noticed them. Wee pumpkins and bats. Could fussy cut these out and use them, you know, for your children's Halloween cards, fair dues. And then plain black on that side, or that could be for matting and layering anything. We'll keep that out. And look at this, spots. That's like sweeties on the other side, black and white sweeties. There's nothing Halloween there except, well, I guess, you know, you get sweeties at Halloween if you go out. Guising we do in Scotland. Trick or treat elsewhere in the world, but in Scotland it's guising. Same idea. You do a party piece and people give you sweeties for doing it. So yeah, look at this dotty paper though. That is just gorgeous. So we'll have a bit of that. And sweeties we might use the other side of, do you know? Lots of reasons to use sweeties. That would be nice on a birthday. Cats and pumpkins. Well, yeah, that's Halloween, but look at that. Beautiful black and white stripe. And sort of skeleton faces, tombstones. But look, I would say that's basic grey and white stripe. What's not to like? Or black stamped off. So there you go, out of that Halloween paper, loads that you can use even if you don't want to do Halloween. A lot of people don't do Halloween for religious reasons. A lot of people like myself don't really do it because we're getting old. Yeah, so let's use this, let's get stamping. So I've got an idea and it may or may not work. So I've got a plain white card base here. I'm going to take this stamp, the heart one, that so you see it's got an outline stamp with some flowers of a heart, and then it's got this stamp which is like textured. It's like a watercolour wash type. Beautiful sentiments. Oh, I don't know if there was a wee interruption there. Hi Renee. Oh, I've got my cuppa. Have you all got your cuppa? It is cuppa and cards this morning. Got myself a cup. I love this cup. It's a crafter lady in, and I have forgotten her name. That's dreadful. I wonder if it's on the bottom in Scotland. No, it's the name of the company that makes the mugs there, but I bought this from a lady who crafts. She designed this herself, so yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful artist, really she is. Yeah, it's nice how cups give you memories. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and emulate a partial die cut card, but of course this doesn't have dies, so it could go all wrong, but let's see what happens. So I am going to use one of the colours, so I'm going to team this up with one of the designer series papers. Let's go with this one, the spotty, because it's cheerful. And I will now stamp with Flirty Flamingo, shall I? Yeah, just let's do this. I might go wrong, but are you all... Oh, I've frozen here. What's going on? What is going on? Are we okay? If I'm having an internet problem. Can anyone hear me? We're working again. I don't know what happened. It froze here, but I don't know if it froze for everybody. I don't know if it's my internet. It does say there's only 2 people left here, so I think it might have been an issue. Are y'all okay now? Right, so I'm going to stamp this over to this side, kind of in the middle. I'm hoping we're okay. It's so pretty just on its own, just like that. It's just pretty. And then I need a pencil and a ruler, and I haven't got them ready. You know, the usual. Janice. Should have pencil. Oops, here's a pencil. A pencil that's all covered in ink and glue, but it does say bonjour. And funnily enough, I have a ruler. So I am going to take in a straight line here. I hope it's a straight line. Let's see. It's more or less, I think. I'm just going to take my pencil line down to the heart. Actually, I'm going to bring it further over. Don't worry about that one because it's going to be cut off. I don't think that's straight. Now let's put that straight there. I don't know if I've still got people with me. Okay, so I'm going to then cut away this bit with my snips, which are just here. I don't know if this is working, if we're getting a lot of interruptions. I don't know if I've got a bit of a... Can you let me know if you're still here? Maybe some hearts or... I'm just cutting it roughly around this, just leaving a tiny wee border of white there. I'm certainly seeing myself doing this, so I'm hoping. Isn't technology wonderful until it goes wrong? So again, just taking a wee tiny wee border of white around the heart. She says touching the pink, but you know what I mean. Just cut as straight as you can. Going to pop some this on here, so I just need to know how wide that is. So if I do a strip of 4 centimetres here, it will be plenty wide enough. So you are seeing the creative, although I did think about what I was doing beforehand. I didn't actually get anything prepped except get out the colours that I wanted to use, so that I wouldn't be hunting for them. And this one, I did kind of have this in my head, and so far, so good, it's going to plan. So again, we'll glue this down. The sweeties are quite cute. So again, you could colour the sweets in and make that quite bright. And my glue doesn't want to work. Great stuff. Come on. Okay, so we have a solution for that here, I think. Got my pin that I put on my scissor charm. Because there is plenty glue in there, it just must have a really clogged bit. To be fair, I haven't been at my desk for a few days because I've been doing the day job, and yesterday we went for a day out, so yeah, so there we go. I'm sorry if some of you have had interruptions. Hopefully some of you will come back again. I don't know what the internet is doing today. Helen, it's shown me that you've come back. I'm pleased. And then I'll just trim off, whoops, the surplus, because that paper is 6 inches, so it's just a bit longer than my card. I'm going to put a sentiment on there, but I want to put a bit of interest here. You're unloading the shopping. I'm glad I can make that less boring then, or I hope I can make that less boring. So pulling out another colour from, oh there it's stopping again. It keeps starting and stopping. So pull it out one of the other colours here. I don't know if it's me, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just going to persevere because, so I've got the other stamp here, or I could just do a bit of sponging. I'm going to try here and just, I'm going to ink this stamp up. Whoops. In fact, I'm not seeing it getting, that's better. Didn't seem to have proper coverage on it. Then I'm going to stamp it off and then just lightly use it to create a bit of a background. You can have hearts in all different directions. So that was 1, 2, 3. And then I'll have to this over, stamp it once and then just pop it in this way, just so there's kind of random background we've got here. And then I'm just going to use one of the sentiments here. Through struggle comes strength. Well, I kind of think I struggled to get this to work, but I'm struggling with my internet. And there's... And so I've pulled in the purple. Shall I pull in another colour that reflects this? So I'm going to pull in the old olive and do the sentiment with that. And then we'll colour the flowers, and we may just bring in, I'll put this flat so that it doesn't get a ridge in it. Through struggle comes strength. Now all I'm going to do, just to add a wee bit more colour in here, is I'm going to take my Flirty Flamingo Stamp and Write marker and my old olive one, and just simply add some colour to the flowers. And could use blends, absolutely could use the blends, but sometimes just want simple colour. And the Stamp Right marker will provide that. So just, not everyone has the blends, but most people can add the Stamp Right markers, because you can buy them in their families, you can buy them in packs of 10 or 5 depending on which colours, and you can build them up that way, or you can buy the whole set. The set is available as a half price item when your order is over a particular amount, which off the top of my head isn't coming to me. I think it's over £275. I think you can order a half price item. I'll check. Just adding a bit of colour to the leaves. So there's our first pretty card. Isn't that pretty? Easily done. And that's us. So what's next? I'm thinking I would like to use this black and white, or maybe this one. Actually, no, this one. I want to bring in this ribbon because I want to play with this beautiful ribbon as well. So we'll pop that aside. I'm just making this up as I go along, honestly. So I'm going to shut these inks for the moment. See what else we can come up with. That's as far as my head had thought. So I have a... Can you just give me a wee second? I heard a noise in the house. It's my husband that's coming from his run. Right, so I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to have the heart on here as well. So we need some white. So I have some basic white, the thin one that's good for stamping on, and I'll just cut myself. Usually just cut it in quarters, and then I probably have got a pile of this cut somewhere, but for stamping on I usually have myself a wee pile to make it easier. And I probably have somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where it is right now. Get myself set up soon. Right. So that is about the width of a card, so we'll just work this out as we go. Black and white with a colour added. So I'm going to use this to stamp, and I'm thinking I'll stamp this first in a colour. Excuse me while I rejig what I'm doing here. I'm just going to bring in black and green. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, but we'll see what happens. Clean the stamp with my chamois. It's really hard because my internet keeps coming up when I don't even know if anybody's still watching. Just keeping going. But you know that some of the people that we're watching are busy, so they're like listening and doing stuff. So right, this may or may not work, but I'm just going to pop this there. Might be too strong. Yes, it is. Use the other side, Janice, and stamp off. Stamp off. Stamp on. I'm kind of looking eyeballing it, but just sort of to the middle. Off. And then turn it upside down. Now you won't get the whole heart on, that's okay though. And that's not very good, is it? We'll have to put the ribbon there, won't we? Right, stamp it off, and then this one, try and make it equal. Right, well, not so good stamping, and something we'll put a ribbon or in sentiment will go there. Don't worry about that. So now we need this. Oh, I was going to do a bit more stamping, wasn't it? But that's okay, we'll do that in a minute. So if I take that to 7.5, the whole heart is there. Now I'm going to trim off this little bit because it's not pretty. I'll just take this to, actually take it to 14.4 because that works with our measurements. You see, that just takes that bit away. And then I want to stamp this. You could do this and heat emboss it in gold, but just for this time I'm just going to do it in black. Again, I could heat emboss in black, but I'm just going to keep it as simple as I can just now. I'm going to have to stand up so I can see over the top, so please excuse me if you get my, because I'm just estimating here. What I should have done was stamp this first. Yep, I should have done this first, shouldn't I? Yep. Okay, so let's start again. Okay, Janice. You're okay. This is just me playing, Joanna. I'm not too happy with what I just did, so I'm going to start it again. And I've been on both sides of that paper, so let's just go again. I'm going to go in the middle and then I can trim it down later. Roughly the middle. So I've stamped this with our basic black. That's lovely. What I had tried to do this first and then that over the top, but you can't line up because of the red rubber. Of course, if I use my Stamparatus, that would be different. I'll put the lid on that just now. And then we'll persevere with the green. I don't know why I wanted to use green, but I just did. So we'll just keep going with it. Olive green is a beautiful shade of green. I do like it. Okay, so ink up the stamp. Check that it's got an even cover. Stamp it off on your grid paper. It's beautiful, and the best thing about it is it does make a difference in that Stampin' Up are going to be donating to a heart charity for every stamp set that you buy. And I'm putting a challenge out to my customers. For every one that I sell, I will donate an extra £2. I nearly said £20. £2 to a UK heart charity. Okay. My birds are not coming out very well today. It's actually beautiful and I can see lots of potential for this. I may actually do a live on YouTube later on today or tomorrow. I'm going to stamp off and then just try and do it in the straight line here. And do a bit of embossing with it actually. You could draw lines and then you would be able to... I'm really sorry for anyone who's watching. If you're having the same issues as I'm having, my internet keeps coming and going and I'm not sure how this is going to be at the end. But it isn't stopping recording and I've done that strong, but you know what? That's fine. Nobody shouted, "Stamp off, Janice, stamp off." Yeah. No, I don't think it's just yours, Helen. I think it's mine as well. There's something really odd going on. I want to put the sentiment in here as well. I'm going to try it in black. And it, no, I won't. I'll do it extra after. Let's try this and stop messing about, Janice. You're making this harder than it needs to be. I'm just trimming that so that's just slightly above this, and then the same here at the bottom, just to make sure on this situation the whole image. So what is the width that I've got now? Just on 7.5. But again, if I cut a piece of old olive at 7.9, and the full width of the card, and then we'll go from there. Then I need, so that'll go do that. I'll use that scrap for a sentiment maybe, or maybe not. And I'm going to go with these black stripes and do them that way. So we're going with again, are we going with the width of the card? No, we'll go with 14.4. I may trim them as well. Let's see what happens now. So that will go on there. Look at these cheeky cats smiling at me. Sorry guys, you're going underneath. I don't know how successful today is going to be. Right, just I'm going to try something else because that's too wide. This is how design happens. You do something and you don't particularly like what you've done. So 11.5 that way. I'll just cut this to 11.9, wasn't it? Yeah. That's better. Yeah, that just looks better to me. I don't know why, but it just does. So we'll glue them together. And that's the whole thing. If you don't like what you do at first, just change it. Just change it. And I want a bit of, I think we'll have a wee bow there. We need a sentiment, so black's going to have to be, I think, in my head. I've got a wee scrap of black here. And what I will do with a sentiment here is, what about You Amaze Me? Because that's a lovely one that you can send to anyone. I'm amazing myself by keeping going through this difficult internet situation this morning. So yeah, so am I doing that on there or am I doing it on white? See, this is where the dilemmas come in. Actually thinking that we can do this with olive on white and then we can just give it a bit of a black border. Just going to trim that to pop on this piece. You amaze me. I'll take my big scissors to cut this straight. It's not always easy to cut a straight line with smaller scissors, but if you take a larger pair that can cut right down. Unfortunately they're not Stampin' Up, but they do the trick. I'm going to pop that there. And again, I'm just doing this all by eyeball. I'm going to trim that as well. I'm doing it by eye, which means it'll probably be extremely squint. So for some reason this is reminding me of when my mum used to give my brother a haircut. I just cut a wee bit off there and a wee bit off there, and I've been interrupted again, so I've no idea what this will look like when we're finished. I'm keeping going through all difficulties here. And I'm just cutting this with a wee black border. I just need to cut this a bit. It's not perfect, but it's home crafting. So if you want perfect, go to a factory shop. It's handmade and loved. Putting this up here with a bit of dimensional. It's really very distracting as the internet keeps dropping and coming back. It's very distracting. And put a bit of dimension on this too. I know it's something different, isn't it? I don't know, I just for some reason decided I wanted to do the green with the black. It's not straight, but do you know what? And then I just want to bring in, just because I can, a bit of this black and white ribbon. Bring in my wee bow maker. Now this ribbon is available in the mini catalogue. And my bow maker is available with a bit of wood and some doweling and a willing husband if you have one, or just get some out and do it yourself. My husband did this for me, but I'm sure you could do it for yourself. Just a wee block of scrap wood, drilled some partial holes in the width of the doweling, and then you just pop bits of doweling in. Just works fine. Right, and some glue dots for my ribbon. I really have amazed myself because throughout this difficult internet this morning, I've still managed to come up with a couple of decent cards. Glue dot on me. So I'm thinking that isn't so pretty, that bit of stamping there. It's not my perfect stamping. So if I just pop the bow on there, artistically arranged, we have another card that's very different to any that I've seen so far with this set. I would suggest you cut straighter than I've cut, but hey, that's all right. All right. And then let's just see what we can do. I've got a Highland Heather card blank here. What time are we at? I'm really... Oh, we've got 20 minutes. We can do something, can't we? Who knows what we're going to do though, because I don't. Where's the papers gone? Where's the ones that I put aside to... That just keeps going on and on. Right, so we've already used some black and white. What about this stripe? This is lovely. That's pretty, isn't it? So I think we can just do something pretty with Highland Heather here, can't we? What if we... We'll cut a piece for this for the background anyway, because it's just pretty. Well, the brain's thinking. The internet is just jumping on and off and on and off. I've no idea what kind of experience you guys are having. I hope you don't all give up on me, but if you do, I will understand. Righty, so we need some. Right, so this time we'll stamp the big heart with Highland Heather. I've interrupted again here. I'm not sure what you're going to get at the other end. You're not having any issues at all, Joanna. That's great, because it's stopped here. But I'm just going to keep going. I don't know what it's saying on my recording. It appears to be recording okay, but I have lost a few people, but I'm not surprised. Right, we'll just pop this here because I'm going to trim this down. I have no idea if anyone can see my third card. And then I am thinking that I will use some Wink of Stella here, if I know where my Wink of Stella's gone. Have I got one that works here? No, that's one for doing something else with. Where am I? Here we go. So we'll just trim this. I've no idea if anyone's still watching. It's just not, it's interrupted altogether here. Let's stop it. And start it again, see if that helps. Yeah, so maybe you guys, maybe it was just interrupted for me. It's crazy. Right, that works at 7.5 centimetres. I'll see how small we can make this, but without taking any of it away. I want to keep all of the heart. You don't want to break your heart. So I'm thinking if I do 7.5 by 8, that's it. It's just so that I can work out a border as well. You see where we're going, kind of a? Don't need another piece of I know I've probably got scraps, but I'll use, you know, more scraps are good. 8.4. Oh good, I'm glad, Renee. It's crazy when you don't know. Yeah. So I'm just making this as a, to see if I've done it right, because you know, I could be wrong. Right, that's fine there, look. This will probably be our last card, because as I say, my internet just keeps coming and going and coming and going. So I'm going to colour this time, the flowers with the Wink of Stella. But I'm wondering if I want to do, I still kind of want the background in here, I'm not sure. Let's colour them in and then have a think. I like Highland Heather, it's a lovely... I don't know if Heather's still here. I'm squeezing this to see if I can put some ink in the lid. Yeah, just a bit, but what you have to be aware of is you possibly get some sparkle on your stamp pad. That doesn't worry me, that makes me happy. I like sparkle everywhere. Also, when you take your Wink of Stella over the ink, it does reactivate the ink a bit. So you can build up the colour and you can build up the sparkle. So you're adding some real sparkle to your card. Just add more and more colour as you wish, and just have some nice sparkly flowers. And you can sit and do that for hours and hours, just building up and just relaxing. I can colour with my Wink of Stella forever. I love it. Colour and sparkle all at the same time. What's not to like? I feel like I'm an artist when I do that. Now, what sentiment this time? Stronger than you know, or here for you. Don't know. Here for you. That's quite nice and gentle, and you could use this for quite a lot of situations. Could even be a sympathy, or it could just be an encouraging for a friend who's going through a difficult time. So I'm just going to pop this in here. And keep it simple. I just would make that up like that, but I've just got a little idea that just might just fancy this up very slightly. As I did have somebody asking me, you know, to be using this detailed trio punch. Let's make use of this and use the corner rounder. This is a great wee punch. You could do all four corners, or you can do this, just do two opposite corners, gives you a different shape. Just kind of showing you to demonstrate. And in the corners, that you can do it on the corner you've rounded, but on the opposite one you can do things like these holes, but I'm not going to, you know, it does do them, so I'll show you on the scrap. The beautiful design that you get there. So there we go. We'll just pop this on here, not overcomplicate it. Take care, Heather. Hope work's not too stressful. And then we'll just pop our paper on. So there you go. We have made 3 cards this morning. Had a bit of fun. A bit of stress from the internet, for me anyway. Cindy, it says that you're watching. Are you still watching? If, hi, if you are. Hello, Liz. Just told Facebook just told me you're watching. I'm just winding up what I've done today. So isn't that pretty? Maybe we'd want a bit of ribbon there. I'm not sure. Do you know what? I could demonstrate this beautiful ribbon that we've got that's from the... And Margaret, you're all coming in towards the end. Hi, Margaret. But you'll get to see what I've done this morning. I've had terrible internet problems this morning. Very challenging, but hey, we're still here. I'm just trying to get the... These are the sort of challenging stuff I have today, as I can't get the... Plus, that's it, we're done. Look at this beautiful ribbon that's in the mini catalogue, and look, it's got, it pick up any colour. So let's just tie a wee bow with this, see how it is. This is from the autumn winter, so it's a wee bit like the black one we already have with the sort of glitter, but this is like holographic or iridescent. That's the word I was looking for, iridescent. So where did my amazing bow maker go? Quite stiff this, but it's tying nicely, and it's ever so pretty, so you could use this with absolutely anything at all. Treat yourself to a reel of this ribbon, honestly. How pretty is that? Just there, it's fine. Right, let's get this on with our dimensionals. Just take them off. So really just quite simple, just with a bit of colouring with our Wink of Stella. And for the new people that have come in, I am using one of the designer series paper that's meant for Halloween with this, and it's absolutely fine. It looks pretty. Just put this at the bottom of the heart. And then of course we can pretty it up even more, and we can pop some, what do we have? I've got to, I need to clean this out to be fair. What have I got that would work with the purple? Oh, we've still got these gorgeous petals, look. Where is my... Do you know what a morning I'm having with getting organised? I need somebody to come and organise me. There it is, that's what I was looking for. This. So look. They're Highland Heather petals. These are from the annual catalogue. Just going to pop that one. I don't know where I'm going to pop this third one. I'm going to pop it inside the heart. There we go. Right, so there you have 3 cards. I'm just going to make a space. I usually say I'm going to tidy up, which isn't really true. I'm just going to shove everything out of the way and just have a wee review of what we've done. I'm going to take this out. So, I've even lost my stamp set. So we started off with this beautiful stamp set, which is at the beginning of the mini catalogue, page 5. Don't miss it. For every stamp set sold, Stampin' Up are donating £2.50 to a local heart charity, which will be local to your country. If you buy it in the UK, it will be a UK heart charity that the £2.50 will go to if you're paying in pound sterling. So, and I further, for every order of this stamp set I get, I am going to also donate £2 for each stamp set to a local heart charity. How's that? So let me know if you want me to put a workshop order through for a lot of them. Then, you know, if I've got a few customers, I can do that. I can order it on your behalf, or you can go online and order it on JazzleDazzle.stampinup.net. But thank you very much. And here's what we made. We used the Halloween papers, which are here somewhere. So I do need to do a bit of tidying up. We used the Halloween pack paper called Cute Halloween, and we've chosen some parts of the designer series paper that doesn't necessarily have to be about Halloween. So there we go. So this is our first card. Through struggle comes strength. And I've struggled today, I can tell you. So maybe, do you know what they say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And then our second card here. And for some reason I just wanted to go with green and black, and I love it. Really loving it. And here's a nice simple one with Highland Heather in as the main colour. And we've used this iridescent ribbon and teamed it up with Wink of Stella, so we've got a good bit of sparkle in here, a little bit of glue stick in there that's gone, and some petals just to liven it up. So thank you so much everybody. I'm so pleased, I'm happy. I've got 3 nice cards at the end of that. Yeah, I hope you've had your cup of coffee. I certainly need my coffee after that lot. So what's your favourite? Joanna's certainly favouring the green and black. Please let me know which one's your favourite. And it's such a fun cut. I think there's loads more ideas exploding in my head what I can do with this set. So yeah, I might just be back on today or tomorrow and do something a bit more involved. Maybe some embossing I will do later on YouTube. But thanks everyone for coming and watching and putting up with the internet dropping and coming back, etc. Yeah. So now green and black, is that not a chocolate brand in the UK, Joanna? Is that why you're favouring that? Didn't mean to advertise a company, did I? Anyway, thank you so much everyone. I really appreciate you coming and joining me on a Thursday morning at my Cup and Cards. Take care, stay well and stay safe. And we'll see you all in the next one if I can find the way out. I can't find the way out here.